is up, guys? Steven here, and today I'm going to be bringing you my second SPL match. This is week 6 of SPL, and I got the honor of playing CasedVictory, and it was really cool getting to play him. We've been doing test games and stuff, and we've played before, so we both have a pretty good understanding of each other's play style, so it was really interesting team building for this week. And I'd like to explain my team first. I have defensive Garbodor with spikes and toxic spikes, and seed bombs to try to hit Seismitoad. AV Magmortar with HP water, mostly for Camerupt. Specs Mr. Mime. Defensive Mantine, mixed defenses with Signal Beam, mostly for Malamar, as well as just hitting dark types in general. Standard Steelix with Stone Edge as the coverage slot, and Swords Dance Meganium. So looking at team preview, it was definitely interesting trying to pick a lead. As you can tell just by looking at his team, he's running lead hazard, stat Crustle, hyper offense, and it's a really threatening looking team. And the thing is I do have that Mantine that has Defog and most certainly carries Toxic as well. So if you were to lead Crustle against my Mantine, I could just try to Toxic it and then defog his hazards away and try to, ensure that he doesn't have any hazards up. So I'm fairly certain he's not going to lead with Crustle. So I'm going to expect him to lead with his Rotom, predicting me to lead with Mantine, and he actually ends up leading with Hariyama. So this is obviously not a good lead matchup for me, but it does actually give me good information about his Hariyama. So I said this in the game chat, and I'm going to say it again. The fact that he led with this means that this has Thunder Punch. He has Thunder Punch. He wouldn't have led with it if he couldn't touch my Mantine with it, which most Hariyama cannot. So I was 99% sure that he had Thunder Punch. So Mantine is not a very reliable switch-in, and I needed everything else healthy. So I'm just gonna click Psychic this turn just to see what he does. So I do go for Psychic, and he carries Earthquake. So at this point, I'm fairly sure that his set is Close Combat, Knockoff, Thunder Punch, Earthquake. So I'm forced to go into Mr. Mime, assuming he doesn't have the Bullet Punch. And he switches out, pretty much confirming that, as I do get a Specs Dazzling Gleam off on Jumpluff. He's going to miss Sleep Powder on the incoming Garbodor, but that doesn't really matter because he's going to hit the next one. So this turn, I'm going to predict him to go into Hariyama, because my safest switch-in right now is basically Steelix. So I'm going to double into my Mr. Mime, and I do get that play correct, and I can just fire off another Dazzling Gleam. So at this point, I know he's going to be Custap, as you can actually see, it already said on the screen. He's going to be Custap, and I really don't care about hazards as much at this point. I want to get my own rocks, so that my Meganium actually has a chance to OHKO that Gator after rocks. It's a roll, and rocks really helps that roll. So what I'm going to do is go into my Steelix, get at my rocks. I know that this will let him get 2 layers of spikes, but I don't really care. I know Mr. Mime can take 1 knockoff from that Sneasel if it's not Life Orb, and I'm just going to take him out like I said. And now he's going to go into Rotom and Will-O-Wisp, and he misses, which is really, really unfortunate for him. I don't know if it was game deciding, but it was definitely game changing that he missed, mostly because I got free damage off on this Rotom. So I'm able to hit the Rotom for a lot of damage, as he is just going to Will-O-Wisp again. I missed this Stone Edge, and he's going to hit me with Hex here, which actually does a lot. And fortunately, I land my 3rd Stone Edge, so I'm able to take out the Rotom. So he's going to go back into Hariyama, just to revenge me with Earthquake. And that's fine, because I can go into Mr. Mime, once again, knowing that he doesn't have Bullet Punch, and I can just get a kill here with Dazzling Gleam. So he chooses to fodder his Jump Bluff, which is basically the last thing stopping my Meganium from winning the game. So he ends up critting me with Knockoff, and I'm going to go into Mantine just to get some chip damage. So he's going to knock off, and I'm going to Scald, just kind of fishing for a burn or anything. And this turn I do click Signal Beam so he couldn't SD. As he does take me out, and Meganium is going to come in, eat the Yachi Berry, live into Overgrow range, and at this point it's just a game. It's just game because Meganium outspeeds everything. I'm in Overgrow, so that means that attack on Gator was not a roll, and yeah, so I just take out his entire team with Meganium, which was really fun. Meganium, Happy Dino, came through for me. So it was really nice to be able to get my first win in SPL. And if you guys like this video, drop a like, drop a comment, and I'll see you next time. Peace.